Interior, Lloyd's car, parking garage, morning. Subtitle, 6:52 a.m. Lloyd, 44, is sleeping in the back of his brown 86 Cutlass Supreme, which is parked on the top of an empty parking garage. He's a disheveled man with 4-day-old beard, wild graying hair with streaks of black. He is wearing a trench coat, buttoned-up collared shirt, and slacks. His face is up against the window of the back seat in an awkward-looking position. He is snoring and drooling. The sun has just started to blast its way through the corridors of the city. Lloyd's phone rings, loudly and annoying. After the third ring, he startles awake with a snort. Lloyd covers his ears and tries to ignore it. The phone rings 3 more times and stops. Lloyd relaxes. Moments later, the phone rings loudly again, startling him to the point where he opens his eyes.
Fucking hell.
Lloyd fumbles to get the phone out of his pocket, then finally opens it. He puts it to his right ear, not moving his head from the window. There's silence as the caller waits for Lloyd to say something, which he doesn't.
Hello?
Mm,
Is this Lloyd Foreman?
yeah,
You the guy who looks for missing people?
sometimes. Who may I ask is asking?
My name's Chad Gormley. My father is missing, and I need your help.
Yeah, it's $100 a day. Can you pay that?
Yes, I think. Of course. I'm at the Coring building on 1st and Gagner.
Okay.
Lloyd writes down the address on the brown paper bag the pint is in. Then his eyes drift closed. There's an exaggerated pause.
You still there?
What? Yeah, I am.
Can you come right now?
Lloyd holds the phone out from his face and scowls at it, then brings it back to his ear.
Yeah, I'll be there in a couple minutes.
Lloyd closes the phone. The harsh sunlight is now blazing into the car. Lloyd covers his eyes with his forearm. He lays like this for an uncomfortable moment, then sighs resentfully. With a Herculean effort, he reaches forward and opens the glove box. An Advil bottle drops out of the glove box and falls to the floor. He makes no effort to stop it. Lloyd reaches down and picks it up off the floor, fumbles with the lid, and finally popping 2 pills in his mouth. He grabs a styrofoam cup from a cup holder and takes a big haul. It starts to sputter and slurp almost instantly, but he gets the pills down. The car starts and drives away. Cut out. Exterior, Coring building, morning. Lloyd's Cutlass Supreme pulls into the empty parking lot. Chad, 24, is wearing a security guard's outfit and is standing on the sidewalk beside the parking lot. Chad is muscular, short, and has heavily styled hair. Lloyd parks his car beside him, parking across 3 empty spots. Lloyd grabs his styrofoam cup and gets out of the car.
You Chad?
Chad nods. Lloyd squints in the sun as he looks around.
I'll need a day's rate up front.
Chad pulls out his wallet and hands over the money.
This way.
Chad turns towards a small path in the wooded area, beside the sidewalk. Cut 2. Exterior, wooded campsite, morning. Chad and Lloyd arrive at a semi-cleared area in the trees. There is a small 1-man tent set up, a couple milk crates, an empty pint of vodka beside the fire, and a backpack. Lloyd picks up the empty pint bottle and notices an orange sticker on it that reads 2 for 1. He casually tosses it back onto the ground, frowning at the scene.
What am I looking at?
This is where my dad sets up every night. My brother and I work the night shifts, so we let him sleep here, but he always gets his shit cleared out before shift change. If the morning guys caught him, they'd beat the shit out of him, and we'd get fired.
Lloyd nods, looking around.
He a junkie?
No, he's a drywaller. He likes to drink and is shitty with money. He's no Nathan Malone, but he's my dad. He did the best he could.
Lloyd nods and looks inside the tent. The old fella's lunch pail and a tool belt are inside, and a sleeping bag that is still rolled up.
What's his name?
Terry Gormley.
Lloyd nods silently and continues to scan the scene. There's a patch of dirt across from Terry's tent that looks like a tent was on.
Did he have friends who camp with him?
I've never seen anyone else. I don't know. Christ, I should have paid closer attention.
Lloyd looks up and notices that Chad is trying to hide his tears. Lloyd frowns and keeps looking for clues, but he's clearly agitated. Chad whimpers quietly, and Lloyd sighs and turns to address Chad.
Look, kid, he probably got drunk with someone last night, wandered off, and passed out somewhere. You'll probably hear from him before I find him.
Chad brightens almost immediately and sniffs and rubs his eyes.
But I'll need a picture of him. Something recent. Just in case.
Chad pulls out his wallet and gets a picture out of it.
Thank you, sir. Here, will this work? This was last month at my birthday.
The picture is of two stocky young men who have the definite look of brothers, and a shorter, skinny old man. It's in a dark bar that looks like a strip joint.
Yeah, this will do fine.
Chad visibly relaxes.
Thanks so much, sir.
Lloyd nods. Chad finally seems to acknowledge the campsite.
I'd better clean up here before that asshole Derek shows up.
Lloyd grunts something unintelligible and starts walking out of the campsite, while Chad begins to clean up. Lloyd stops when he notices another pint bottle on the side of the path. The cap is off, but the bottle is propped up against a root, meaning it couldn't spill its contents on the forest floor. Lloyd picks it up and frowns at it. About a third of the vodka is still left in the bottle. There is an orange sticker on it that says 2 for 1. He turns and looks back at Chad, then frowns at the bottle. Lloyd pours the rest of the booze into his styrofoam cup, then pockets the bottle. Lloyd continues down the small path, and as he emerges from the trees, he notices a security camera pointed in at him toward the path. Lloyd turns back to Chad.